Liverpool open to Darwin Nunez alternative plan as European giants begin discussions. Liverpool's timeline for massive Alexander Isak bid revealed as Reds wait for perfect moment. New update on Liverpool's hopes of signing a fantastic 50K a week star alongside Isak. Welcome, football fans. Check out the latest updates from the greatest club in the world. Darwin Nunez is a player Liverpool is open to selling. Internally, the club views his departure positively, provided they receive a reasonable transfer fee. This would also free up space in the squad, potentially for the arrival of Alexander Isak, a name gaining traction behind the scenes at Anfield. However, the £65 million asking price for the Uruguayan has turned away potential suitors. Most clubs consider the fee excessive, especially after 3 underwhelming seasons at Liverpool, during which Nunez failed to justify the £85 million spent on his signing. As the transfer window nears its end, the Reds appear ready to reassess their strategy. Recent interest from Juventus may signal a shift. With few clubs willing to pay up front, Liverpool is now exploring the possibility of a loan deal for Nunez, as long as it includes an obligation to buy. According to Italian outlet Tuttosport, Liverpool is open to loaning the striker, provided the deal includes a mandatory purchase clause of at least €55 million, or around £47.5 million. This proposal has attracted Juventus, although their priority remains signing Randal Kolo Muani from PSG. Should the Frenchman become unattainable, Juventus may push for Nunez. Additionally, the Italian side wants to resolve Dusan Vlahovic's future before making any new signings, a process proving more complex than expected. Nunez is keen to stay in Europe, and with few options on the table, Juventus's offer, even as a loan, stands as the most concrete opportunity. With no interest from Saudi Arabian clubs, the striker's market value and prestige have dropped considerably. Given the situation, Liverpool needs to act pragmatically. Sell or loan with an obligation to buy. Nunez's departure is seen as inevitable and would pave the way for Alexander Isak, who many believe should have been the club's priority signing all along. Although Nunez showed glimpses of promise during preseason, he has fallen down the pecking order, especially after the arrival of Hugo Ekitike. Holding on to him risks further market depreciation, making a move now the best outcome for all parties involved.
Liverpool is preparing to make a stunning £150 million bid for Newcastle United striker Alexander Isak. However, sources close to the club indicate the Reds are waiting for the right moment to make their move. The situation took a dramatic turn at St. James Park after the Swedish striker expressed his desire to leave. Even while away from England, Isak has been training in Spain with his former club Real Sociedad, further fueling transfer speculation. On July 24, Team Talk exclusively reported that Isak wants to leave Newcastle and is interested in joining Liverpool, a story that has since made major headlines. Newcastle's board was displeased with Isak's conduct, viewing it as disrespectful and damaging to their summer transfer plans. At 25, Isak has tallied 35 goals in 67 matches since arriving for £63 million in 2022, establishing himself as one of Europe's top emerging strikers. His explosive pace, sharp finishing, and positional versatility have drawn attention from several top clubs. Liverpool sees him as the ideal forward to lead their attack under Arne Slot. With Darwin Nunez's inconsistency and potential exit, Isak has become an even greater priority. Newcastle, while reluctant, is already evaluating alternatives and is actively seeking a high-quality replacement. Benjamin Sesko of RB Leipzig is their primary target. The Magpies have reportedly submitted a substantial bid for the Slovenian striker, though they face stiff competition from Manchester United, who are also in the market for a new number 9. If Newcastle secures Sesko or another top-tier replacement, Liverpool is ready to strike. Internal sources confirm the Reds are willing to meet the Newcastle £150 million asking price. Team Talk reported on July 28th that Liverpool may offload up to 3 players following Luis Diaz's exit to finance the Isak deal. Harvey Elliott, Federico Chiesa, and Darwin Nunez are among those considered. Meanwhile, Newcastle is also eyeing Brentford's Yohan Wissa, who is reportedly pushing to leave for St. James Park. The club is feeling the strain of potentially losing Isak, with growing tensions behind the scenes. Although they feel betrayed by the striker's stance, the board may approve his departure if they secure a fitting replacement, particularly with the record-breaking sums such a sale could generate. For Liverpool, timing is critical. With the transfer window closing soon, the club must act quickly and decisively to land a rising star like Isak, potentially transforming their attacking setup. The saga between the two clubs is far from over and is sure to heat up in the final days of the window.
According to information from Mokbel of BBC Sport, Liverpool maintains a genuine interest in signing centre-back Mark Guehi, who currently earns a weekly salary of £50,000. However, the Reds are not willing to meet the £40 million price demanded by Crystal Palace and are trying to negotiate a more affordable amount to make the deal possible. Mark Guehi, 24, is seen as an ideal addition to strengthen Liverpool's defense. With an age suitable for a long-term project, the defender already has relevant experience in the Premier League and serves as Crystal Palace's captain. His leadership, consistency on the field, and frequent call-ups to the England national team have increased his market value and highlighted him among top-tier clubs. While the possible transfer of Alexander Isak from Newcastle is making headlines, behind the scenes at Anfield, other important moves are underway. The departure of Durrell Kwanzaa to Bayer Leverkusen, for instance, has heightened the urgent need to reinforce the defensive sector, making Guehi one of manager Arne Slot's main priorities. Crystal Palace manager Oliver Glasner has already expressed great appreciation for Guehi's professionalism and attitude. In a recent interview, he stated, "He always told me that he wasn't pushing to leave Crystal Palace, and that has always been the most important thing for me, that players enjoy playing with us, wearing this shirt. And Mark has always shown me that, not just with words, but through his actions. He showed fantastic character." Despite his commitment to his current club, the strength and prestige of Liverpool may be hard to turn down, even for a player closely tied to Palace. If the club manages to reduce the transfer cost, it could close yet another strategic and intelligent deal under the leadership of Richard Hughes, Liverpool's sporting director, who has been conducting an ambitious and efficient transfer window. Regardless of the outcome involving Isak, Liverpool appears determined to strengthen its squad on multiple fronts, aiming for quality, depth, and competitiveness to challenge for the major trophies of the season.